Welcome to the very first YouTube video. We are going to be going over a GSXR conversion on Jennifer's 2004 Dyna Super Glide. Recently did mine, so we'll kind of walk through what we're going to be actually doing, and then we're going to show you some of the parts that we're going to use. You excited, Jennifer?
Yes.
What are you most excited about with this?
Because it's going to be badass.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's the braking and handling on your bike right now?
Shit.
Yeah, it's really trash.
Loosey-goosey.
So one of the first things we're going to do is we're actually going to go to dual disc. So the factory brake setup is single disc on a Super Glide. Your FXDX and some of your T-Sports and convertibles had dual disc front ends, but the Super Glides only have single disc. So we're actually going to go from a 11.8 inch diameter rotor single to dual 12.6 inch rotors. So almost an inch more braking surface, and we're going to go dual disc. So that's one thing that's going to be different. Harley suspension is complete junk. All you have in here is a spring with some oil and some valving in the actual lower leg. That's it, and dampener. So the cartridge front end with the GSXR. By the way, this is Edge. Nobody knows Edge yet, and there's Ruby laying in the yard. So we'll see her, I'm sure, in a little bit. But Edge is a big leaner. But back to the actual Super Glide and what we're doing. Jennifer's Dyna is a one-owner, 29,000 mile bike. Every receipt, almost every record, is with this bike. So it's going to look completely different in just a few weeks. But main thing is getting the front end done. We're going to make huge improvements. Jen, are you going to be able to get all your parts for your bike, or are you having some problems getting parts for your bike?
I've gotten most of the parts. Yeah. TC Bros was really fast at shipping, so shout out to TC Brothers. And working on a seat right now. Can't find a seat.
What kind of seat you want? Which one? What are you looking at? You want a gripper, right? Because you're going to be stunting this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you want to tuck and roll, diamond stitch?
I don't know
Step
yet.
up?
I'm stuck between Lucky Dave's and Saddleman.
Yeah.
And I like the Cruzy too.
Yeah, the Cruzy has the best logo for sure. So if you're watching this Cruzy, what do you think? Definitely
shout out to Cruzy, because
I don't know, Saddleman's pretty big, and Lucky Dave's. We gotta love Lucky Dave's.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I'm stuck between the Lucky Dave's, Cruzy, or just a traditional Saddleman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. The Lucky Dave's does have an advantage. It has gel in the front and the passenger part of the seat. So, hey, shout out to Lucky Dave's. All right, another thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be moving the headlight brow. We have a bracket that we made for that. So we're going to be moving that since the GSXR front end doesn't have an eyebrow mount or a brow mount for the headlight. So, because we're going to be using Geezer triple trees. So 50, 55 triple trees. We have a set of 08 front forks that we're going to be putting on this bike, black with chrome sliders. We're going to be using R1 Yamaha brakes on it. Saved several $100s by going with the R1 brakes instead of going with Brembos. They don't have Brembo on the side of them. They don't say it, but they're awesome brakes and huge increase in braking power for these bikes. So definitely, if you want to save some money, buy some used calipers. Rebuild kits are usually anywhere from 25 to 75 bucks, and they can be done with a couple of simple tools on your actual bench top. So, and some brake cleaner. We're going to be running custom lines. We'll be calculating all that out. You'll see that later. And she's got some risers and some new bars she's got for the bike. We have a new master cylinder. She's got some new badass grips. She's got no seat yet, but we're working on suspension, and she has cross thread pegs that are coming in. She wanted to do a Arlen S Big Sucker air cleaner with the Cruzy air cleaner cover. We got stealth pipe we're going to be putting on this, and we're going to eventually do a Thunder Max. So we'll end up doing some Legend suspensions. We're going to do a custom dynamics tail light. We're going to eliminate the actual turn signals. We're going to do a chain drive eventually on this bike. We'll probably do additional, we'll probably go through the clutch pack. We're going to do an extra plate clutch kit. so that she can pop some better wheelies. Yeah, we're gonna run through it all and let's see some parts now. Check it out. All right, we got our first order from TC Bros, so we're gonna be checking it out. Jen, they give us any stickers or any merch?
For sure. Keychain and tons of stickers.
Yeah, she ordered 3 orders and they gave her a sticker and a keychain with every order.
Yes.
So shout out to TC Bros for the merch and the quality parts. So, Jen, what do we got? What are you going to grab for us? What do we get today? Ooh.
Fans. These are the grips for the throttle, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
the handlebars, yep.
So I got the red on red because they match my bike.
They do.
And they're super cute. So, yeah.
My favorite.
Yeah, Leon's favorite for sure.
Yeah, super sticky, small diameter, great for if you have small hands, but also great if you're wearing gloves. Check them out. Great product.
All right, and then this is the Brembo master cylinder.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I used an R6 master cylinder on my first build. We're going to use a Brembo one on this build, just because it's easier to get aftermarket parts for it. So there's clamps that you can buy for them, the levers. The R6, there's not a lot of products out there that you can actually do that with, and it has variable valving. So that's also a super cool feature. So you can go from 18 to 20 millimeter valving, so you can adjust your braking pressure. So, and make sure if you get the dual disc, you need at least the RCS 19. So check it out, Brembo. They're worth the money. All right.
The 6-inch risers for the handlebars.
TC Bros. These, I went with the Lucky Daves on my build. These are awesome because they have a nice modular bracket that does attach to them. So it's easy to put your speedo, especially on Super Glide where you only have a single gauge. It's easy to find a lot of dual gauge actual like mounts, but the single mounts are harder to get mounted. And without a brow mount, these are it. So she'll show us the mount now for our actual speedo. So it attaches right underneath the actual riser clamp. So make sure you get the one that's either black or raw finish for your bike. All right, next up, we got some
Riser bushings.
all right, see, comfort for your bike and comfort for your hands. Replace them if you're doing front end work and replacing your handlebars. Important.
And then we have the rotors for the front end. I'll let Leon talk about those because I don't really know much about them.
All right, these are the they got on there. These are the 12.6 inch TC Bro. They're technically 320 millimeter rotors. The Gixxer front end runs on a 310 millimeter rotor, so we're going to go with just 10 millimeters larger. So we actually are going to run a 5 millimeter spacer on our front end. These are awesome brake rotors. We'll have a spacer behind this for our hub, and that's all put together. It's all calculated out and already machined those. So these are sick, easy way to do the Gixxer conversion if you're going to do it. It's a little bit pricey, but they are sick rotors, and their profile style, so they have the outside edge is scalloped. Check them out. Dual disc though, big improvement. Oh, hey, what we got there?
Oh, and this is the last thing we have. This is from Amazon. This is the turn signals. Leon currently has them on his Dyna, and they're super nice, and they're super bright, and I saw them, and I was like, I gotta have those on my bike.
Yeah, super easy to install and super cheap. Moon's MC and Custom Dynamics also has this style of actual light, but Amazon I found to be the cheapest, 12 bucks. And
Super badass.
yeah, it's super easy to wire up. They use like 22 gauge wiring. So just pin up your connector, and like I'm gonna have to do this fork seal in the one side of my forks. So I'm actually gonna have to redo this. So I'm gonna get some double-sided tape, or I might just put 2 new ones on there. Who knows, for $12. But they have a zip tie on them. Super sick, easy to install. But that's it for our build so far. Follow along for the next part.
Phase 2. This is phase 1.
Phase 2.